I've got them on the list of shit to do. Like I started watching a bit of the first one. I'm like, man, this is crazy.
I hate hearing myself. I
I
can't
didn't know
do
if it was
I've tried so
narcissistic
many
to start
times.
editing to my own voice, like edit my own video while listening to the fucking podcast. I was like, is this like
That's
a
very
step too
funny.
far?
I played. Well, let me go live and I'll tell you what I played on the other day. Right, we are live. Welcome.
We sure are, because I can hear two Sevses.
Oh, are you watching the channel?
Oh, I am. I'm a big fan. I always have the stream open.
Welcome to Dungeons and Destiny, where we bunch of Australian streamers we play fucking Destiny on the dungeons and the
Who would've
dragons.
guessed?
Woo! All right, so guess what I played on Friday?
Like where?
Yeah,
The toilet.
I played Daggerheart on
Hey,
Friday.
That was going to be my guess. I couldn't remember the name of it, though.
Yeah, I played Daggerheart on Friday. I played a mushroom person, and he talked like this, and he was like a bit of a farmer and all this sort of stuff.
Oh,
And
farmer.
I, to be honest, I didn't really like I didn't really like it, to be honest.
Oh,
I was just
no.
about to say, are you about to announce that we're doing we're moving campaign to
Daggerheart.
No.
Dungeons and Daggerheart?
Zenny said he was hilarious. So look, I think it's a very only my opinion, not everybody else's opinion on Daggerheart and all that sort of stuff. I find it out a very very watered down version of D&D, with the mechanics are quite lax on there and stuff like that. But what I most found and most like, and we found it in The Walking Dead as well, Pancake, that if you have not got the initiative and all this sort of stuff, and
Oh yeah, it's chaos.
to point you in the right direction, it kind of loses that steam where you go now and then the other person goes, what can I do? What can I do on this? Where am I going to go from here? And what can I...
Oh,
I
so-
never
so,
realized
like,
how important it was till
Yeah.
we lost
It
it.
doesn't like directly kind of prompt you to do something. Kind of
No.
a free for all.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And so you have everybody around the table. You have 2d12s. And then as you roll, you'll have one is like the hope dice and one is a fear dice. So they're both separate, bit like The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
And as you roll it, if you hit the person or hit the monster with the higher dice being the fear dice, then that goes towards the monster's character. And that's how that person gains an action against you. And then, so what we were doing is, they go, all right, you're fighting. And then people would have a lot of ideas. I still haven't figured out my tool counts. All right. People would figure out their actions. And then some people have more ideas than some other people, because some people, like certain people, will just rely on the, I'm going to hit it, I'm going to hit it, I'm going to hit it. And then you kind of lose this momentum. And I found it quite jarring, to be honest. And but beautiful character creations and all that sort of stuff. But what it was, all right. Nothing spectacular.
If I've
Right.
learned anything, it's probably don't fuck with the Critical Role fan base.
No, like
I mean, do they even like it? Or
I think it's
Dunno.
I think it's there as a quick fire Dungeons and Dragons. But if you want the depth and the capabilities, like the regimented, it's your turn now, it's your turn, then it's maybe not the thing for you. But I am playing.
yeah, it feels like it'd be easy for like less confident players to fall through the cracks a bit.
Yeah. And somebody asked me if, do you think Critical Role would ever go to Daggerheart completely?
No.
And I was like, I doubt it, because most of the Critical Role fan base are basic D&D diehards type thing.
Yeah. Oh, majority of their fans are just D&D fans. It's like they're sure they have their core, like, you know, oh, we're Critical Role fans, but definitely not the majority.
Yeah. So I found it beautiful. It was Fomorium, I think it was, or something like that, like a mushroom person. It was pretty cool. But he was all right. It was not bad. Bad as a palate cleanser. That's what I'm going to say. A palate cleanser to get you away from everything. All right. A recap. Here we go. You guys went into the world of Savathun. You fought your way through the home world of Savathun, or the throne world of Savathun, I should say, and you came across a brood prince. You defeated the brood prince. That gave you a bit of a beating, and you met a hive person who sacrificed himself for chicken and then turned into a guardian himself. You then defeated the brood prince, and then you managed to pick up a nether shard of this traveler, and you gained the Savathun's blessing as to become a chicken, to become a hive god. You then left there, and then you went into Sivu Arath's world, which was a war-torn, barren landscape where you saw the ghosts of... not the ghosts as such, saw the shadows of different guardians left there, but found out that they were lost guardians, the 1,000 lost guardians, where throughout the history in battles were taken and put in this Sivu Arath's world. You saw them reliving battles of their past on a reoccurring base. As I said, a topiary of landscape. You then climbed or went to the center of this throne world, where you saw a sword pointing down with a hilt all the way about 200 foot up in the air. You then figured it out purely by accident that if you got sucked into a mud and you came out into like a shadow realm, it was easier to climb up the sword. You climbed up the sword and you came into a world where there was a pond, a crystal that was tarnished and broken, with lines of power leading from that crystal to every guardian in this world. You back and forth, never really picked up on the mechanics. After a while, I had to tell you what the mechanic was. You shattered the crystal, releasing the guardians. As you went into the other world, accidentally, on purpose, back and forth a little bit, you saw a hive black dragon that started spouting acid everywhere. You, during this contact, or during this in this fight, you did a big shout out to all the guardians of this world to see if they would come and help you, but no reply. You fought, you defeated, and the final moments of that fight was when you saw the 1,000 guardians coming to your aid to help you fight this dragon, but you didn't need it. And Crimson 24 introduced himself and basically said, there are 1,000 of us. You then went into the pond and you dove down into the pond, chicken, and you found the ship, the Needle, the hive needle that the 3 hive goddesses used to delve into the fundaments. The fundament is the hive's home world, I should say. And you flew in there and you picked out the needle. And that is where we left it.
Did we get any cool loot?
You got the fucking needle.
Yeah, we have a
but-
ship on Fundament side.
Well, I don't know that. I'm currently Chicken just fucking flew into the... Where'd you go? Like down, right? Like into the pond again?
He went
Just
down and he
gone?
came back up.
Oh,
As far as I'm aware, I got nothing. I died twice, 3 times.
Yeah,
and
you're
fucking...
immediately trying to fucking usurp me.
Yes.
and I know what Pancake did. He used the weapon. What weapon did you use, Pancake?
Yeah.
Teraba. And I was
Teraba?
almost about to unleash onto
Oh,
everyone.
Everyone, I had to kill him.
Is that
Yeah.
where we left?
Yeah,
That's right.
that was where we left it. And that is basically where you left it. That was it, basically. So what are you doing, guys? You have this needle just floating.
So I guess I re-emerge with the needle. Oh yeah, guys. What the
I'd
fuck are you
imagine-
saying, Thoman?
Me and Tim would be
Visit Teresa.
arguing because I'm like fucking like we're trying to like wrestle away the gun. I'm like yelling about shooting like the fucking guardians. I'm like, it's not fair. The gun's making me want to do things, and I'm like trying to like wrestle and be like, ah.
Well, I left you on Saul beating you to a pulp to take the gun off you, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm imagining I'm re-emerging with the needle, and I'm seeing Teresa getting rezzed, and I'm just not asking any questions.
I'd like to point out the only thing visually, there is no difference between a Fervent and Teresa Res, outside of the fact is one of them will blink and like do
Well, no,
warlock
the way you
abilities.
stand is different.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
The way that Teresa carries herself is much more elegant than
Yeah,
Thoven.
you put your hand
much
on.
more prideful.
Yeah, you look like a teapot when Teresa comes in. You just basically saunter around
You
with your
have
one
kinder
hand.
eyes.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right. So, what are you doing, guys? You sat in this world, and as you're kind of walking around, the dragon's dead. And what I said in the last one, dragons being what they are, purely magical things, actually change the landscape around you. And as it died, you can see the world starting to like alter itself back to what it was.
what did it look like?
And yeah.
Well, it's starting to become this, you know, where it was a landscape of soggy battlefields. The guns are starting to quiet now, and you can see the illusion of these guns continue to fire. These weapons have started to spatter out, and you can even see a little bit of like possibly a sky, not this grey clouded overcast world. Is starting to show a little bit of sunshine, maybe.
Do I? So we've now killed Zevu's like prodigy or like their champion. I went into the deep. I got the needle. Do I feel any further attunement to my hive power, or did I get another vision this time?
Well, you only jumped into the thing. You have to kind of like there wasn't any vision.
Oh, I haven't got up to the dragon yet.
No.
Okay, well, take me to the dragon. I'm gonna like go and like place my hand on it and try to absorb its power.
All right. So you go
Let's fight round 2.
So you go into the, and it comes back up. It's like, well, I'm not fucking dead yet. But you go to the dragon and you see like what happened last time when you went and you looked in the mirror. You saw a like almost like pictures, like a comic book picture. Go doo, 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 doo. And what you see now is the depth of the needle going into the fundament, breaking through the pressure, creaking at the ship, almost compressing the ship to what it used to be. And then you come in and you can see this roiling mass of tentacles and eyes as it hits the Leviathan. You can see the three goddesses getting out and fighting and severely damaging this Leviathan, this gatekeeper of these worms. And you can see him going past and making a deal with the worm and coming out completely changed. And you know,
it sounds like there's a bit of a blueprint for what we need to do, I guess. Two hive gods down, one hive god to go.
While that's happening, can I address the masses of guardians that have like joined up on this thing?
Yeah.
I like climb, like trying, like I'm still small, right? So I'm trying to like climb on top of this dragon to like Cade almost in like the fucking original Destiny 2 cutscene or whatever. He's like trying to like rally the crowd of people.
Yep.
I'm like clambering up this dragon. I get up top and I'm like, all right, my fellow guardians, it is me, the guy who single-handedly defeated your tormentor, your jailer. I'm glad. Do I have all your attention? Do I have their attention?
Give me.
Wait, are you Teresa or are you Thoven?
Did you beat me to death?
I think that I had to
don't
kill
remember.
you.
Well, if you didn't die, you had to shoot the guardians.
Yeah, I'm
okay,
pretty
so
sure I
then
killed you.
And I'm Teresa. All right, I have to be nicer about this. My fellow guardians, what's going on?
It's going on, cunt.
Going on. All right, are they looking at me?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. All right, guys. Listen, there's a whole thing. This dragon. This was the thing keeping you guys in this loop. I don't know honestly how long you've been here, what's been going on at all, but you're needed back on Earth. There's one more battle to take part in. We need revenge on the people that did this, and we need an army. And I count that, we saved you guys. It's now your turn to repay the favor.
They saved us.
No, we saved ourselves.
It was their
They didn't do
bubble.
shit.
I also like the idea of these guys getting like Back to the Future disappeared and Pancake's wasting their final moments with the speech.
No, they're still alive, right? They're not like
No, they stand in there. They
they,
got,
they look as real as I can
yeah,
assume.
they
right?
are.
Yeah.
They are there. They are there. There is no change, and you can see as the time has obviously progressed, you can see their armaments are completely different. Their way they dress is completely different. You can see like almost warlord type of getup, like
Love it.
old school warlord type thing. And you can hear one go, well, how the fuck do we get back to Earth? We're not going to fit all
Excellent
that.
question. I'll look over to my colleague Timber. Timber will answer that one when she comes up here, and I'm like, giving her like the stage call, like get up on the dragon.
Or do you explain to them the full circumstance that we're fighting a planet?
Yeah, no, just fucking shut up. We don't even need them for that part. Skipping that part. I
Well,
want fucking.
that's how they'd get there.
Well, Timber, get up here.
I'm gonna mosey up to wherever it is that Teresa has gone.
Yep.
Top of the dragon.
On
Like,
top of
facing
the dragon.
Yeah, facing the crowd.
Jesus.
As chicken's there, just zoned out, getting just bombarded, and you're just go,
With all of this information, we're just doing other stuff. Yeah.
Timber is our girl with the plan on how to get you guys back to Earth. Take it away, Timber. Round of applause, Timber.
Thanks, Teresa. We will organize transport. We've got this one, and we have a couple of others that hopefully will be able to come and sort that out. We will figure out a way to get you all out of here. Just, collect yourselves, find friends. If you've got anybody else here, attend to any injuries that anybody has. Let us know if there's anything that we might be able to help with.
Chicken's
And
gonna
we
break
will-
his vision at this point. He's gonna come out of it, and he's gonna just hearing these two floundering. We're gonna like approach the crowd as back in Seoul. We are fighting an existential threat to Guardian kind. Clovis Bray has returned, and he has stolen the light. And we need your help to fight him, alongside my army of Hive and Taken.
whoa. Did you just say Hive and Taken?
And I step further forwards and kind of like reveal my features at this point because I think I have a helmet on.
No,
Like
we're all gonna
Nova
die.
made me a.
We're all gonna die.
Sugar
Yeah.
daddied me a
All right.
helmet.
So this is so you give me a persuasion roll, mate, because
Look, it wasn't gonna. It was you guys were doing bad. I'm just gonna.
What,
make it
what do you mean?
I got +0 charisma.
They
Jesus.
were eating out the palms of our hands.
No, but persuasion I'm proficient in.
Are you gonna give it Thorvin? Anybody want to give him a help action?
I
No,
think that we would
watch him
all
rock.
be like banding together beside him to be like, yeah, we're here.
I'll
Hey,
stand there,
guys.
but he can dig his own hole.
I got a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. They
Dirty.
rolled. I rolled a 16 on the dice.
Ooh.
And you go, oh, all right, yeah. Well. How long we been out?
Well, potentially thousands of years. The Sol is a very different place from when you left. Great darkness has taken over the system, and to right this wrong, I have slain the pantheon of the Hive, taken their power, and am this close to becoming the master of the Taken. We need you to leave this throne world, reinforce my soldiers on Europa, while we go and extract the final secrets of the Hive.
And then kill these guys on Earth, but we'll get to that part.
All right. Like, oh, okay. All right. Is Shaq still around?
Yep, love that guy.
Shax has fallen to the darkness. Corruption. The traveler has been slain by Clovis Bray, and the guardians of the tower are no more.
Cora is rebuilding.
Yeah, we got a resistance going on, guys. It's pretty
I love
cool.
that I've got my little like positivity council.
Yeah.
I'm just seeing the truth of the Hive. I'm just like freaking everyone out.
So you can see Beeper come out and goes, "Hey guys, look, I'm gonna download the history of what's happened, what I know from these moments since we came to this world. I'm gonna give it all to your ghosts."
Yeah.
and then they will fill you in, and you can see all the 1,000 guardians ghosts just go doof, 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 and you can see the light of the eyes of these ghosts start popping up. You can see the shapes of these ghosts completely.
They're all blue, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
They all fucking turn red.
Yeah, and you can see they pop up,
And
and you can see the 1,000 looks like the 1,000 ghosts that come up coming towards Beeper are like fairy lights in this darkness, and you can see Beeper just beam this radio waves out to them, and you can see just see the nods of these guardians going, and you can hear creaks of like hands like holding on to like weapons with anger and frustration as they're almost breaking
Yeah,
the weapons that they're holding because they are so angry. They've missed so
so
much.
much.
Sebs, can I sense any awoken within the crowd?
Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah, fuck yeah, you would.
Guys, you might hear some things about Microsoft.
Can we like abridge a bit of
Oh
what people?
shit!
Yeah. There's look, I because like the Awoken were prevalent prior. So look,
Yeah.
I've got 1,000. Okay, we got 1,000 guardians. Okay, so how the fuck am I gonna do this?
I think they should all take a number, and we
Alright.
should organize the.
All right, here we go. This is what I'll do. Right, I'm gonna roll 2d10. There's one. There's the other. Right. There's at least 200 awoken in there that you, as soon as they come in, you've gone, okay, you feel awoken.
I'd also like. Are you finished your speech, chicken?
Yeah,
done
well,
floundering?
if you guys stop me, I am. Look, I'm just gonna keep spraying
okay.
doom. Yeah.
I stop him, and then I want to like take off my helmet and reveal that I'm awoken.
And
So
then
I'm
you
like
go,
full.
there's no air, there's no atmosphere. Yeah.
Yep. And then be like, hey, so side note, can all the awoken like take a big step to the right? Can we just have a quick little awoken powwow?
A little
There's like
sidebar.
a couple
Okay.
things you guys really got to know.
All right. So
I imagine that's part of if it's Beeper relaying it to them. I imagine.
Yeah, but I'd hope that Beeper, like, is that really prevalent? The whole like, oh, she got assassinated by me.
people was
Plus-
there.
I don't think that he would be telling everybody that it was you because you are part of the party, and he would understand that
I mean, would it not be the
create a
accounts though? Like
revolution.
Dovin's kind of been redeemed.
That's what I'm trying to tell them.
Hmm.
Because also it's Teresa.
What you see, so once you take your helmet off, and Chicken obviously take the helmet off, you can see that as all this movement, as all the helmets come off, you can see there's a plethora of different races. There's a bunch of human, there's a bunch of awoken, there's even some elixni in here
Oh, shit.
mixed in you.
Yay!
There is the hive before they were hive. I can't remember what they were called.
The krill.
The
Krill,
That's the
yeah.
word. That's the word they're called. There's even a few krill in there as well. And
Right,
one or
and the
two,
fallen.
yeah, and one or two
That's cool.
one or two cabal in there as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You
Well,
can
yeah. Awoken. Heads up, guys. We also got like a side mission for the side mission because like we're amassing as a faction, like as a group, you know, as a race. We're all coming together. For one more big battle after the initial big battles. So just gotta keep that one in mind. My dad will have a whole thing with that. He also looks like me. That's a whole other thing we'll sort of deal with. But just keep in mind, our job isn't done after we kill those things. And just listen to me, but not me, technically, the other me. But he sounds like me. It's just the whole thing. People probably didn't really explain it that much. But yes, I killed the queen. Also, no, I didn't kill the queen. But it's sorted now.
His body.
Please come to me for any questions.
we can't.
I'm now the savior of the Awoken race.
Yeah, you can hear them going. We can't feel the queen anymore. We feel you.
Working on that. Yeah, that's what I mean. So I'm very important to like the existence of our race.
Hey guys, I know you've lost a few years. I'm very important.
What? What's
Just want to
that, Saul?
really double down the whole like let's make sure that I'm in charge, I'm listened to, and also more so me than the other me, which yet again I know is confusing, but it will sort of make sense after I have a nap. But there's going to be one that's somehow slightly more idiotic than this right now, and he's going to be like saying all this stupid shit. But the point is that we need to go to Earth and then
And
like
Thoman's
do
mic
these things on
cuts off.
Earth.
As I
and then
grab him and
Yeah, it's everyone's like confused, like, but why do we feel you instead of Marasov?
is the
but-
portal that we use to get to the throne world, is that like still open and
You don't
present?
know. It's fucking miles away.
I
Yeah.
was gonna
I-
say, like, do
I-
we like just tell them to start marching?
And then Crimson 20 goes, let's go! There's been some lore dump here. We don't understand what the half this shit says. I'll just look, guys.
All of the Guardians just saw the Grimoire card pop up.
yeah.
yeah, there's a
And they
ghost
just ignored
scannable.
it.
they go in through it, just trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. Like,
You just
the-
hear in
the
the background
Bard
like,
video of
greetings,
this is gonna go
Guardians. My name is
crazy.
Byfield.
Oh my god.
and so
While we're still at the top, there was the Tree of Silver Wings. Was there a shard of the Traveler up here, or am I misremembering?
I thought there was something.
there
wasn't there?
wasn't a shard of the Traveler. The whole
There's the Tree of Silver Wings.
this Tree of Silver Wings, which is the one that give you the boost every time you picked up a thing. It beef you back up again.
So that got like corrupted over time during the fight, right?
And it-
how's it look now?
No, it was
It's
corrupted
looking-
first.
It's looking pretty bad because somebody hid behind it, and then a big dragon tore it out of the ground.
But
Timber,
the
that was
evil's
pretty
gone
silly.
now, so surely it's thriving.
So give me a perception as you walk back over to the Tree of Silver Wings.
All of us?
Yes, please. Whoever's going over there.
Yeah, I'll go.
Oh no. 13.
13.
22.
Mine's way better than that.
22.
Hang on.
which means I have so many bonuses on perception. I rolled a 2 on the dice.
I was about to say you had to roll way low.
Yeah.
I got 17 on the dice, plus 1 on my
my
extra
God.
dice, and then I think I've got plus 7. I'm just where the fuck is mine? Perception. Yes, plus 7.
So
So 18 plus 7.
if you get over 15, it doesn't matter. So you go back to the Silver Wings. You can see the leaves of these feathery leaves are kind of losing their tarnish, like getting tarnished, as if things are fading and like it's just corrupted. It's just dying. The light is leaving it. But in the top, as you look down at the tree that's been torn apart by this black dragon, you can see there's something pulsing deep in the branches of the silver wing tree.
Is it something that we can reach, or is it something that
Yeah,
maybe
you-
like
no,
one of the ghosts
No, you
needs
can-
to go and
no,
reach?
You can grab it.
Ooh, I'm gonna walk
can,
up
like-
to it.
I can help. I can like blink up and just like wedge my sword knife thing into it and try and.
Yeah. And as you go closer, you can feel like you can see a seed sitting there.
Ooh.
And you go in and you can see that it's pulsing with this inner light, just as if it's got its own heartbeat in there. And then when you kind of clip it and take it off, it's about the size of a baseball type thing. You can see the final light leave the tree. Now that you have this seed in your hand.
So who has the seed? Was it
Salt.
me or Sol?
Oh,
Sol.
whatever.
Touch it.
Crunch it. Yeah. Like,
Oh,
I'm gonna put it in my pocket.
cool.
Eat
As.
it.
All right, and you can see everyone's like, all right, which way are we going, guys? Which is the way?
I don't have to do 100 Uber trips with this needle, do I?
No.
We can just tell
No,
it to
you
march.
you just
Yeah.
go which way, and then you point, and
Yeah,
you
so
can
I go. I address the masses again, and I'm like, we're currently holding back the forces of evil on Europa. You must leave the throne world through the portal and join my hive, and in holding back the Clovis's automatons.
Because you can create a portal,
Can
or
I
at least maybe
create
the Hive
one? Do I
Knights
have
will
that
know how
power?
to.
no. So what
No,
happens?
wizards from the ritual are holding the portals open.
Because this is people's throne world. This is not as easy. This is cross dimensions and not just portaling from one place to the next. And as you start, you get in the needle and you start going forward, and it's like a scene out of a war movie. As you come in off the side of the sword and you're going towards, and you're not like blasting forward. You're kind of going forward. You can see thousands of guardians jumping off the top of this sword,
Hell yeah.
just
But
falling.
part of what people
Yeah.
told them is fall damage got patched out.
Yeah.
So they're all
So-
happy to jump.
falling out of the sky, and then the very last moment you can see them pulling speeders out from like somewhere and just bump and just doing tricks and shit, because this is the first time in
Some of them have skimmers now.
Yeah.
It's like, you guys hit the Eververse
Yeah.
already?
yeah, and then you can see them going through the Eververse store and stuff like that as they start plowing towards some haven't even got a speeder and they are just running. You can see they do the skating, the Titan skating and all this sort of stuff. There's a guy with a sword doing like sword jumping
wall
and shit
skating.
like that.
Ball skating is nice.
And then you just get there. You just get to this portal and you start streaming through, and you can feel the fear, or not the fear, but this palpable. This palpable feeling as you go through, and as these witches are holding, you can see more and more as the fear on both sides filling up, that now you got 1,000 guardians with a hive world there as well as they come through, and you can see the witches starting to look a little bit worried of what's happening now, because this is an invasion of the fundament.
No.
No, we're friends, we're homies.
You can do something.
Yeah, Chicken, you gonna tell him? I was just about to ask.
Well-
It's like, is it wise to send these guys through the portal?
Well, they're already
Well,
there.
they're a homie. They're helping defend the fundament at the moment.
Yeah, but you need to. Did
Tell
we
them
go
that.
through with them to be able to tell the witches and everybody we're all playing nice? Everything's
Well, yeah,
fine.
you had
Nobody
it.
attack anyone.
You
well,
had
I imagine we took presuming that Chicken's the only one who can fly the needle because it's like hive controls,
Yep.
and I've flown it and I've like landed us back at the ritual site to go talk to the wizards, and I'm like, well,
Okay, beautiful.
you know, we've defeated Savathun's champion, we've defeated Zevu's champion, and we have the vessel. Like, what awaits us in Oryx? What's the last piece of the puzzle for us to, to go and get the power to take the power of the deep?
Well, the third and final throne world would be his dreadnought. You'll have to
Are
go
you-
there.
Are you able to take us?
No, it's outside of our capabilities. The throne world, the dreadnought throne world is in your world. It is outside it's within the scope of Sol.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to fight back through Clovis.
Because give me a history check, guys. Give me a history check. Let me take my jumper off as well.
Can
Cool.
Chicken have advantage here because he's got all his old memory? Can Chicken have advantage here because he has all his old memories?
Of course, you can.
I got a dirty 20 for, I think, 19.
Okay,
Because I think I
I
have a
got
minus.
a 4.
a 4.
Oh, no, just
dirty 20.
20.
Dirty
No,
20.
mine's just regular 20.
Who has the dreadnought?
Did it?
Oh
yeah.
my fucking god. Is it Shax? Are you going to say
Oh
Shax?
man.
Shax has had the dreadnought.
Yeah, he took command of the dreadnought. Yeah.
Was
Wait, in like
that when
episode
we
2?
did
Yeah.
our cowboy thing when we were going through space, like
Yeah.
looking at each other, going like across, being
basically.
like, what the fuck?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That was years ago.
Why do I
That
know?
was years ago.
Why do I have zero memory of this? What?
Shax has had the dreadnought since he killed the thing. So
It was the
basically,
Christmas episode.
it was the Christmas episode. So
Oh,
let
no.
me go back to what kind of happened, because obviously for some reason I remember certain things. So what happened was Shax the traveler was corrupted by Siva. It then corrupted Shax. He then got on the side of the Hive, the Cabal, the robot people, the Elixni, and damaged the thing, damaged the traveler, shot the traveler. He then double-crossed the 3 Hive gods. And when he double-crossed the 3 Hive gods, he took over the Dreadnought, which was one of the Hive's gods' throne world that got twisted into this reality. And from then on, he's basically had the Dreadnought.
That's not ideal.
Well, we came here looking for the power to take to help beat Clovis. Instead, we got 1,000 guardians.
Chicken, this
It's-
is like a side quest. Your thing's like a side quest now. We should focus on the main
Well, no,
quest, which is
we need
definitely
to go and
ensuring
yeah.
I stay in awoken power. And then we get Thoven out of my head. And we go back and like he really wants to kill Varix. I don't know, like I've got snippets of what happened, but like the overwhelming feeling he has is just violence towards that fallen guy.
look. We've got this hive needle here. We can try doing a lobotomy if you want to try and get rid of Thoven. I know
That's really
I know it's
tempting.
a ship. It's a bit big, but I can ram it through your head.
You hear like Teresa start arguing with herself again.
So,
But no, I'm not doing that.
so what you do know is there is at the moment you've had Hive. You know, Shax is quite significant. There's no fucking about with Shax. He is pretty up there, BBG type fucking system. But you're level 13-ish now. So there's a ways, obviously, as I pointed out prior, there's ways to bump your levels.
Yeah,
Yep.
well, we've got a shard of the Traveler sitting on the ship.
You have
No, that went
Do
back.
do we have two?
So you had a shard of the Traveler coming back from the town that you got, which finally got there to the main Traveler and bumped up. There was rumors that Baron Temporari had a shard,
Yeah.
or every part of the 6 had a
Yeah,
shard.
as a shard. Yeah.
Had a piece of the shard, and we don't know how much that's been broken down and stuff like that. You have a piece of shard that you give back to Kit, and he was driving it back.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was
we
on
got that
Europa,
though.
right?
Yeah.
In the vault. Yeah.
Yeah.
The one from
And-
Varix's, though, that's still at Varix's, wasn't it? Didn't
I
we
believe
leave
so.
it there for the elixir because we didn't 100% know what to do with it?
It was on its way back, but you
Well,
got
that was that
yeah.
one. Okay.
But you got the boost from Kit flying the one from Europa
Didn't-
back.
Wasn't there also a shard where
In Savathun.
Tower lived and where Rorg's grave is?
So
This
they,
isn't like a whole thing I did there.
I don't think we sent them
That-
back though.
that was my indication from that was my subtle point out what you needed to do.
That no one got.
And like
no
all
one got.
subtlety in this campaign, we blew right past
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
glowing
absolutely.
hot, so we had to
Exact
leave it.
opposite.
No, so you had a small shard that you took off the main one from Varix. You then took that to the tower, and you pulled it out. You felt it pulling out your trousers or pulling out the pocket, and then shot into the Traveler. And I said, it makes you feel really good. Just returning.
Yeah, never questioned it again.
Yeah, never questioned it again at all. But Kit went
Perfect.
back with the shard of Traveler from. You had Olsec. Let me remind. Sorry, I forget. So you had a shard from Europa that you took, and that's the one that Kit got in. You have a shard coming from the last city, from the city with the Varix's city, and then you have another shard from Savathun's throne world.
Yeah, I was going to say we definitely got one in the throne world as
Yep.
well, so we have like some big level up coming potentially. Pending if we survive Clovis, we can. Or
Yeah.
will we
Well,
hopefully
then
juiced enough to
that's
fight
our
Shax?
mission. Like now, right? Is probably let's finish this Clovis debacle.
Well, yeah. So we have 1,000. I guess we have 1,001 guardians because we also have Cursed Thrallmate. So
No, whoa.
I'm here.
He's ready to join the fight.
we do have an army.
And
Plus
your
we have
hive.
these loyal hive, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, what do we really need to take down Clovis? We did it once pretty easily.
He's a guardian the size of a planet.
Yep.
Yeah, but is there like a main Clovis? You should know,
Well,
right?
Surely he'd be like inside a computer room somewhere, but otherwise
He's
he goes into everything that's in that planet. Yeah.
Pardon?
Yeah.
Because what stops him from just becoming another robot?
Nothing unless we get to the computer that contains him.
And
I
what are
would
we
say.
going to kill
I
him?
feel
That's
like we
the
need to
plan?
Death Star this Europa.
Hold on. Are we,
That
are we,
would have
we
been the
just going
first
to
time I've
kill him
done a
though?
genocide in this campaign.
Can we just start the Europa?
Is that the plan? Just to murder him? I feel like we could use him or something.
Oh,
like,
now you're sympathizing with the genocide.
well, I'm not sympathizing with the. I'm just saying that like, you're sure just straight up executing him in a fight like we did before.
I've missed Thoven.
Listen, he knows things. It might. I'm just saying it might not be beneficial.
He
For
killed
us to
the
just-
traveler.
Yes, but we clearly didn't kill him.
Are
So I'm just saying, if we
talking...
just go blow up the planet and be like, oh yeah, we're done with it, he's probably just a fucking robot somewhere else.
Yeah, you can see the hive going.
We're
Yeah,
just,
like, are we,
arguing
are
about
we doing
robots.
it in front of everyone, or...
Yeah.
No, this. Well, I guess we're kind of near the wizards, but
No, you're in the
we're
needle.
on the needle, or yeah, by the needle.
Chicken, as a warlock, aren't you like? Don't you want to learn? Don't you want to
You
learn
don't
more about the
understand
world?
how dangerous Clovis is. I have my memories from before I was risen. You don't know the lengths that this man is willing. To call him a man is a disservice to the world. He is a monster, and having this power, we cannot, for the sake of the universe, we cannot let him live.
But all I'm saying is, how do you know that blowing this place up or like killing him, quote unquote, will stop this? How do you not know there's
How
not
do
a
we
backup
confirm
plan?
whether
He's
or not
had
he can get
time
off world?
to like we've established that he can be sort of anywhere within Europa and be a thing. What stops him from just sitting in a drop pod with an exo somewhere?
Well, look, if he's stolen the light, he needs a ghost to channel it, presumably, or
So the
there's
one with the
some
ghost
source
is
of
the one we
light.
want.
Well, we need to ensure that we take out his light.
But if we destroy the ghost, then he's useless. He's just another man.
Didn't have a ghost.
He's a devious.
I don't think he has a
and
ghost.
Uncontrollable, and I guess he stole it like Cabal
Gaul.
guy. What's his name?
Yeah,
Gaul did.
Gaul.
Yeah. Cool.
Look, I think we need to just find the source of his light on Europa and stop it. And look, we can clean up after if we need to clean up, but I don't think that the solution is to let him go on as Europa.
I'm not saying let him go. I'm just saying, like, if we're gonna kill him, be sure we do the job right, not just blow up the planet, walk away, and high five the gang and be like, mission accomplished.
Yeah, and then find him later down the track.
Yeah. And my whole thing
how
is
do
like,
you
if it's easy to barter with him, and then just be like, we take the light, and now he's just
You
one
can't.
man.
You can't barter with him.
Not only do we learn things, he's also just not a problem no more.
He's always steps ahead of you. We need to act while we have the advantage, while he's still learning the extent of the powers of the light, while he can't control it fully.
So what happens when we go back through that portal?
We fight like hell.
And as much as I don't want him to take over, I think we need to sleep. Because I'm bleeding from a lot of places.
That's what I was kind of hoping that Silver Wings tree would heal us.
All right.
Maybe we should have a campfire with the gang and then we'll discuss our plan. I'd like to go in there with like an actual plan. We're always just fucking running in there from what I can gather and we're just winging it. But we have 1,000 people to control. We have little teams and code names and team squad leaders and things. Could be really beneficial here. Could you imagine the voice comms with 1,000 people calling out shit?
Remember, before he kind of ingested the light, we were following the strongest point of light that our ghosts detect. I think now that we have this army, we could resume that same strategy. We'll be more protected from like the automatons, and when we find the light, we find the true Clovis, whatever that looks like now. But I agree with you. We should rest because I am bleeding, and I didn't know I didn't used to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Is that a weird experience for you?
Yeah.
And so what you do, guys, you rest up. You're in this. So if you remember how you got to there, there was they pulled a portal out from Europa to the fundament, and then all the hive came through, and they saw Chicken, and then they bowed down to Chicken because he's the closest thing to a god that they have. You then came into the fundament and you worked your way down deep into the fundament, into the core of the fundament, and that's where you are now. You can see the 1,000 guardians looking, and you can see weapons like at the ready as you come out, and you can see like the wizards start to drop the two portals that you have there, and everything kind of goes quiet. Just the creaking of chitinous armor as both sides are kind of waiting for one thing to happen to the other. And after a while, 20, 30 minutes, nothing happens, as if they're waiting for just a single pin to drop and the world is going to erupt. And then you come out of the needle, and what are you guys doing? You're having a rest?
Like to rest.
Okay.
have to have
Can
the
I-
long rest. I need my
Just
juice back.
before we rest, can I try and do a little secret mission?
Okay.
I'll let them do whatever they want to do first. But
Well, remember, I don't sleep, so I notice you leaving.
okay, that's fine. I can fuck this 1,000 people. I'll go talk to some
Where
people.
are you going?
Okay.
Yeah. So is Chicken like actively following me, or is he just like looking
No,
at what
I'm
the fuck doing?
still
Yeah.
doing my push-ups in the ship.
I want to
I'm
find one of the
suspicious.
awoken guardians.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to talk to them. Be like, yo, come here. Still Teresa.
The Wogan's like, oh, stranger danger.
What's up? What's your name?
Dave.
Dave, what's going on? You know, it's me. Teresa, sort of your awoken lord. Whole thing. You mentioned before that like you guys can sense me,
Yes.
like as if I was Mara.
Yes. It's
Yeah.
odd. It
is.
shouldn't be this
It's
way.
odd for me too. There was a whole thing where Mara's trapped within her own friend world, and she sent me and my dad to reunite the awoken in the hopes that we can do that and then strengthen her connection, bring her back out of the friend world. You like awoken understand the concept of her friend world, right? I don't have to like explain that.
No, because the throne world isn't like
secret thing, isn't it?
Well, yeah, basically.
I
'Cause-
think it is, yeah.
yeah,
I think only her and her
very, very close people, and you obviously know what this is. Because to have a throne world, you have to be like this monstrously powerful person. And he's looking, he's kind of understanding, he knows what a throne world is. You've kind of lost him with the fact that Marasov has one, and the strengthening. And right, yeah, okay.
But look,
okay.
my point is that like when the time comes, right? Like the awoken like bow to me in a sense, right? Like we're on the same team here. You guys respect and we have this mutual understanding, correct?
But didn't you just say you killed Marasov?
My dad did, who looks like me but wasn't me.
Right, and so we have to bow to you because you basically
Sorry, bow was the wrong choice of words. I mean, there's a mutual understanding here that there's something higher going on within the awoken, physiology here. I'm somehow connected to that. Like I'm just asking for like a yes or a no. We understand that as a fact because you can sense me as Mara.
It's quite much to take on. I
But-
haven't been able to sense anything for the last 600 years. And
Sorry, I got very sidetracked with the whole reason I even wanted to talk to you.
Yeah.
My point was, is there like an awoken group chat or something? Is it just like a way I can communicate, a channel I can communicate with just the awoken?
Mm.
we can
We can set that up.
yeah, we can. I think we can,
Can you-
set that up.
Dave, was it Dave? Was his name?
Dave.
Yeah. Can you be my awoken man on the inside here? Because I'm gonna need your help. Queen Mara is gonna need your help,
We can discuss amongst the awoken.
and I need to send a private message to every single awoken, preferably in like one group chat text, so I don't have to do that 200 times.
Okay, but I will point out to you that even though Marasov is the queen, we owe fealty to the traveler. We are guardians.
Oh, yes,
after all.
100%. I'm not. What I will be asking for is nothing to destroy fealty to any of that. It is more just like how to explain it. Out of all the awoken here, we got to stick together, right? Out of the 1,000 people here, right? It's like we're the awoken. I'm like your ambassador on this side here. So I'm just asking is like I'm gonna need a favor from each and every one of you at some point. I need to call upon that. I just want to know if you guys will be here with me.
All right. So what's he gonna do? He's gonna put his. You can see that this guy's a warlock. All right.
Yep.
This guy's a warlock, and you're quite close, and you can see him putting his hand up and just puts his not his palm, but it's just his fingers onto your chest, and you can feel like a static electricity come through his fingers, and he goes, "Are you?" So it's me to you now. Are you trying to deceive? Are you trying to lie? What are you trying to do?
No, I have a big end game plan, but I need their help. I don't want to reveal it in front of those two, but I can if they.
No, I think that I know what your plan is, but
Wait,
that's
would
fine.
you two be able to take off your headphones?
Sure can.
And I can explain it real quick.
Yeah.
All right, whatever. He's muted. Just take off your headphones. All right, super quick. Here's my grandiose plan. All right, I can't let Clovis die because I need Clovis to figure out a way to get me and Teresa out of the body. And he's the only one with exo knowledge that could do it. So I'm going to try and let him live. And in a bargain for that, he will put Teresa or me in another body. Killing me, I don't give a fuck. But the point is, Teresa gets out, right? And that's Teresa's main motivation here.
Okay.
So when the time comes, I need to send a message for the Awoken to be on my side because he's obviously not going to let me do that.
Okay. Yeah.
That is it. That was it. I just wanted a way to communicate and be like where their loyalty, lies, sort of thing.
Understood, man. That's
yep. Cool. Done.
Yeah. And you can see that he puts his fingers on and he goes, "We with you."
Amen, brother.
Huh? And he
Tap him
goes,
up.
and as it, yeah. And as the night goes, you can see people are similar to chicken where they don't sleep. You can see people who have rested for so long don't want to rest. You can see they pace back and forth. You can hear the cleaning, the cocking, the ready for war. The sounds that are the sounds of war. You can feel them. You can feel the tension, this palpable tension of anything. You can feel not fear as such, but just, yes, I'm doing something. I'm going to do something. I'm going to fight a battle that I could possibly win or I could possibly be defeated. You can hear the murmuring and the praying that people generally do once they go to war. The religion that everybody finds when it's on the eve of a battle. And morning comes.
That's the Baldur's Gate 3 sound. No, I get it. I got the reference. But the noise they make when you wake up.
Yeah.
But now it's morning, guys. Everybody's back to full health. Everybody's got everything back and stuff like this. And you can see amongst you, as you get out to the needle, you can see the thousands have split into their teams, into their areas. You can see 10 other people come towards you. Crimson is in one, Dave is in the other, and you can see the other ones. And we go, we will lead our 100. So if you need anything of us, we will be on this. And then they start doing radio checks and everything, and then they start getting a plan. So what can you tell us about this plan? What can you tell us is going to happen when we get through this portal?
Chicken, that's your domain.
The Clovis Bray has stolen the light. He is currently we're holding off his force of armed robots. And the portal leads into his facility full of traps. The entire domain is effectively an extension of his exo body. It is fully under his control. We're going to need to fight our way through the facility, locking down area by area, until we find the core of what makes Clovis Clovis and destroy it and rid it of the light. He cannot be allowed to take possession of the light. He cannot be allowed to leave Europa in any form.
Okay. So we are going to be the spear point, then you're going to follow in, and then you are going to delve or find out where you need to go and all that sort of things. So
yeah, but the tracking will be led by Beeper. But if any of your ghosts receive any information, please relay that to Beeper. He will lead the tactical front.
Okay. Yeah, sounds.
And my ghost really wants to kill some robots.
Fucking kill them all. I want to kill some hive. That's what I want to do. Fuck you, wizard. I want to fucking kill you. All right. And you start heading out. The march is slow because obviously you have to clamber from the middle of this fundament all the way up to the surface. And as you go up to the surface, in the distance, you can see this portal still open. You can see the hive back to back at this portal waiting to go through. This steady stream of hive pushing in, and as you come in, you can see them start to split as the soldier's snake, they call it. If you've ever seen a soldier snake, it's just basically a long line of soldiers leading off as 1,000 men and women, obviously, going into this portal. But as you get closer to the portal, you can hear the screams, the shouts of Clovis as you can one pushes in and gets absolutely annihilated. And as it's this excitement starts building up, you can start, as you're in the middle, you're in the beginning, like the lead of this line, you can see the building up of excitement as some of these guardians start to walk a little bit faster, then start to jog, then speed up, then weapons come out as they full sprint into this portal. And as you step foot, you can already see Clovis Bray's exos have come closer to you and started to push back the hive as this whole 1,000 guardians just blast into this line, splitting it open. There's supers going off, there's special abilities, there's grenades. You can see bombs going off, grenades, fucking shotgun. Some person jumps over the top of you with a big hammer, crunching down into these Clovis things as they are just decimated. What are you guys doing?
Joining the fray.
forward, man.
And you just push forward. These guardians in front of you are pushing forward. You can see they stop it as new guardians come up behind them and just push forward, that inch by inch, meter by meter, as it breaks, and you can see a corridor open for you guys.
Ooh.
Can we sense the light strength now?
You can sense it. It's deep within. You can sense light around you because all these Exo Guardians are basically imbued with light, but you can feel that deep.
I feel my light.
Yeah, you can feel that deep thrum down.
Do we still have a map of the
I was
system?
gonna say we got
when
schematics of the base, right? Yeah.
Can we
Yeah.
like ping that location towards our army?
Yep.
Like Ghostwise just told the Ghost, like ping it. Like we have a rough idea where it is. Here's the layout of the fucking facility.
Yep.
Ping back pop.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna let you fight this whole thing because it's gonna get boring. So what I'm gonna do,
For
okay?
the rest of the year.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put you a scenario, okay? And you are gonna tell me how these guardians. You can use obviously all these super abilities and all the grenades, and you're gonna tell me how you come against this barricade as such, and how you're gonna get past that barricade. Okay. So I will.
Sounds good.
So right. So you plow through this thing. The other guardians push open like as a tunnel, like stop them exos coming in this way and then exos coming this way. You start to funnel down this corridor, and in the like at the end of this corridor, you can see large gates on each side. You can see mounted laser weapons start to fire into the guardians. How are you going to get past this door and these weapons?
I
Focus
got an
Nova
idea.
bombs.
Got it.
Yeah.
I would say I got like little squads out, like the three, the fire teams, little fire teams.
Yep.
I want like Titan using like a banner shield to cover another Titan and a Warlock, and they like push up, and as they get to the wall, who's that cunt from League of Legends that like is it Set and he does like the backflip sort of thing and like slams into someone?
Sure,
Yeah,
man.
Yeah. Well, it's
Whatever
like I
you
want
say,
a
bro.
Thunder Crash Titan to
Yep.
like bear hug a Nova Warlock and then like T crash into the wall and then
Okay.
with the Warlock, and then he does like his little Nova bombs.
All right, that's
Ick.
fucking
Cool.
cool. As you do that, you can see the Thunder Crash like Titan pick this Nova Warlock up, and he just rams him in. Like the Titan Thunder crashes himself into this wall, and as he buries himself deep into this reinforced concrete metal door, the Nova bomb goes and just blows a big gaping hole, damaging the two lasers on each side as they pull through. You can see other Titans coming in and pulling big chunks of stone as you go down to the next one. You come down to the next one. It's down. It's like it's a multi-level system as you look down deep into where you have to go. And on each one of these levels, there are a number of exos there. These number of bloody Clovis Bray's exos, maybe 5 to 6 to each level. What are you doing? Anybody?
What do you got?
So these are the mini Clovises that
Yep.
we've.
Yep,
Yeah.
mini Clovises.
Ooh. I get to pick up Soul like a hammer and spin it while she spins her hammer. and a rain of hammers. No. I mean, can we create? Do we have any like Sentinel Shield Titans? We could just
No.
make like a bulkhead. They
You
push
have
the
whatever you
line.
want, man. You have whatever you want. You can
I-
expand on anything you got in your possession.
What I would also like to see is if we can come up the same way if we're going to use Banner Shield Titans, but I want to see like 4 hunters or something just come up and then Fan of Knives the entire area.
Oh, that'd be sick. Yeah, Thovid, you should.
Yeah.
No, you're at Teresa at the moment.
Mhm.
Yeah, well, that would be sick. Yeah, to have a wall of these Titan shields, like kind of like holding it back, and then the knives come spinning over the top, and they're all
What?
precise. It's like 5 knives into each.
It
Right?
just sounds like an
Alright.
AC-130, you know, like when they release the machine gun, it's that delayed boom, 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 boom.
And
Right.
like the heat starts like melt, like the walls start drooping from like the fire.
Molten fire.
All right.
Yeah.
So what you do, you turn around and say this. You can see these Titans going up as this weapon fire starts to come in. This grenade fire comes up. They put their shields up. You can see another load of Titans come up and start popping that void shield and pouring it in the back. And these hunters start running through, and they pick one lane, go jump onto the shield and get boosted up as they're doing a big somersault, and then you can just see these flurry of knives, multiple upon multiple upon multiple, like 30-40 sets of knives just coming down. The heat radiating off these are just, when it hits each of these steps, you can see they starting to melt. Even concrete and steel start to bubble and melt as these exo things are just exploding as the next load and the next load and the next load and the next load. As you go down, you're deep down into this area now, and you can see that where you are from one side, the light is showing to get to the other side, but it's a little bit too far for you to jump. It's a little bit far for you to teleport. How do you think you're going to get from one end to the next?
Are there like moving platforms or
Nothing.
anything?
Nothing.
Is there anything on the sides that we can run up and over and jump
You can
on
see
platforms?
you can see a possible crane or something like that
Ooh.
may get you halfway, but it's still a decent gap.
Can Striker
it-
Titans throw us? If they're like not the Thunder Crash, but you know how they like strike and go for a slam, can they inverse and flip up and then just try and like, you know, like you run, put a foot down and then like, you know, that movement to try and just get us some air and some motion?
Do you want to give it a go?
How
Yeah, I'll
cool
give
would
it a go.
that be? Yeah, fuck yeah, let's do that.
Okay. So these
Oh, jeez.
We're all
striker
dead.
titans. So these striker titans, they come in and they slam the ground, as we know. And everybody, whoever doesn't know, they come in and they got this big super, and they slam into the ground, forming this big shock blast. But you can see, all right. So what I'm gonna have off you, Thorvin, is your idea. So I'm gonna give you the thing. What is your highest, like athletics or acrobatics?
Athletics. Wait. Acrobatics. Sorry.
Acrobatics, okay. So you get 2 or 3 striker titans coming up, and you can see that they're starting to cock their arms, getting ready as they build in up this momentum to do it.
Oh yeah.
And tell me how you get them to do it, mate. Tell
All
me.
right. So it's like, what's that thing like, you know, thieves and shit do in all the movies and crap where it's like they're back against the wall and they're like here and they
Yep.
try and use the momentum of someone running. I
Yep.
want that exact thing, but instead of them slamming their striker like momentum and power, they're just like catapulting up.
All right, yeah, man. All right,
So it's like they like on the side, I'm like sprinting up and then like put a foot down and then whoop.
right. So what you see is this striker titan, and as this one striker titan or 2 striker titan come in and put their hands out to you, you can see this other striker titan is almost like a hammer throw type of thing, and he's starting to wind himself up and starting to like power himself up as he hits you underneath the feet, and he just goes boom, and give me an athletics roll.
Ooh, 19.
19. As you can see, this extended leap, like that weird, like long ass fucking Neo leap from the Matrix, like the really long one. They don't expect him to get there, and you get to the other side and slide into where the door is.
Hell yeah.
Right, Sol, chicken. How are you gonna get across?
Sick.
You're muted.
No.
No, not
Just
you.
chicken
So
muted.
Dovan's done all that, which was, high effort. That looked like a lot of energy. I just turned to the guy handing out the Eager Edge swords. Just zip across.
Okay. All right. So give me an athletics roll or an acrobatics roll.
Okay.
Roll
I'm
for cringe.
gonna
am I
go with
right, guys?
acrobatics because my dex is
All
much
right,
better than my strength.
Let me say, you're gonna have to get over a 15 to get across the other
Over
side.
15. Okay. 12 plus 4.
As you can see, he sword skates across. Sol,
That's fucking hilarious. Did you say that
and
the
you can hear all the guardians going. Ugh.
Oh, yeah, this sword looks like the one from Halo.
Yeah,
I love that game.
Sorry, Sol.
No, you're right. Can you see the No, sorry. Did you say that the crane would take us halfway?
A little bit, yeah. You may be able to work the crane and get it halfway across the gap.
Yeah, so
It's-
because that's what I was originally going to do, is just move the crane to position it so that it took us halfway, so that I could then run and glide to the middle and then use that as a launch pad to get me
It's-
the rest of the way across.
It's still too far.
Damn it! All right.
I need something cool. Come on, man.
I know, but they've already used the cool stuff.
You can
I think
alter
it's something else.
anything. You can
You
alter
got
whatever
every
you want.
super and any
This is
Destiny ability
Sparrowfly.
ever.
How funny would that be?
Go to orbit and join back in. We'll be on the other side.
I can't. Kite's too far away. He can't hear me. I can't go through the side.
Come on,
Well, that's
Sol.
dumb.
You got this. Come on, Sol.
Before you ghost out, there's a bridge that manifests.
Little
There's
dreadnought
extra?
platforms.
Like those like on the actual dreadnought where there's those hidden
Yeah.
platforms to be able to
Go,
get
go
to
look
the
for some.
chests. That's fucking hilarious.
You turn to the terminal that's like activate platform.
Yeah, right. Because what am I? I'm.
You got every super. You got every super.
Yeah, I know. So what I was actually just thinking is, can I use my super to launch me into the air, but then get a not a striker titan, a thunder crash titan to like come across and smack me midway
All right.
like
and
ride like a
propel me
Mobius
across
with
the
that.
other side?
You can see that you thinking of it, and I go. You can see this warlock come and go. I have an idea.
What does a warlock go for it?
All right. So
Give me what you've got.
So you power your super up, and I've got an
Yeah.
idea. So you stand over there, right? Okay.
And I'll wreath myself in
Okay.
flames.
You reef yourself in flames. You get your hammer out, and you can see this warlock just going as this nova bomb comes out of nowhere. And you pick up your hammer, you strike this nova bomb, it explodes, and like a fiery comet shoots you across this gap to the other side. So give me an athletics roll. Sol.
I'm gonna fucking die.
Survival.
Whoa, 17 plus 5.
You
Nice.
hate it. You are singed. You can see everybody from the other side, Thorvin and Chicken. You can see this nova bomb just launching Sol across the other side. And as you kind of look to the door, Thorvin, as you kind of waiting around, you can see activate platform on the other side.
Oh,
Fucking
that's
beep, boop, boop, boop.
fucking hilarious.
As you can see the platform activated inside. And now you're deep within.
At least we got everybody else across too.
Yeah, as they start to plow in, you're deep within the bowels of this thing. You now come down, and in front of you, there are a number of tanks in front of you. You can see they're all facing towards you, and you can hear them powering up, the engines ticking over. You can see the cannons on the side are fully charged with the lights leading up the barrel. And as you poke your head around, do you hear the doof, 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 as these tanks start to shoot.
Oh, we had some brigs.
Fucking dodge.
Just shut up.
Shit. So like we like peek out. There's like like in front of us. We like go back behind the corner.
Yep.
Fuck. Are we with any of the other Guardian mates?
Yeah, they
Are
come
they
around.
caught up now?
Yep.
Can Chicken? You know this better than I do. But like, can't you guys Nova Warp on top of them? Because then they won't be able to shoot anyone other than themselves.
What if we Nova warped inside? Oh, I guess they're not piloted; they're autonomous.
I mean, that would work though.
yeah, I'm happy to lead the charge on the Nova warpers, and like because we're all like that same path. We all like blink, jump,
Okay.
and like these void all throughout the battlefield.
What? So what happens is, so you come out, you get a bunch of your Nova Warpers, and you step outside. You automatically set your Nova Warp off as you explode and blink to the next one. But you can see as you're stepping out, you can see the gunfire come in, and as you go doof, 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 jump into the next spot, you can see a warlock by the side. You just get taken out, just shattered. His whole Nova Warp just gets shattered, and you can start hearing the gunfire from other turrets around you as you kind of duck yourself in to behind this like fortification, as you can feel gunfire behind you and shots. So Chicken.
Yeah, like the goddamn starter Saving Private Ryan.
That is exactly how it. And everybody else, Thorvin and Sol, you can see this. These three large tanks are making very quick work of these Nova Warpers. Right, so Chicken, what role do you want to do to try and help you in this situation?
Oh, I mean, my instinct at this point would be like to start if screaming for like the Titans to like start like we need bubbles.
Right.
Oh yeah.
What do you want me to roll for that?
You give me, like you just said that, you give bubbles.
I guess I'm trying to rally the troops, so should it be something charisma based?
All right, so give me persuasion, mate.
It's 13.
13. Awesome. You run through, and right behind you, you can see these bubbles start to come in, and they again shot. But it's maybe 2 or 3 shots off these tanks, you can see the bubbles starting to falter, starting to shatter as the Nova Warpers jump forward. The guys drop the Titans drop their bubble, and you can hear the mortars coming in, and you can see Titans flying everywhere. What are you going to do, Thorvin?
I've got like a group of blade dancers. Like it's a big mix of like
everything.
Yeah, big, yeah. Well, I've seen Chicken before use Nova Warp while blind, right? Maybe not intentionally, but he's used it before and it still works.
Yeah,
cool. I like align like a group of like 10 or so blade dancers and make them throw their flashbang grenade.
Okay.
Like up in the air to like see if they can fuck with the sensors.
All right, sounds good, man. Yeah, that's fucking awesome. So, Chicken, give me a perception. Give me a perception roll. You'll have to get over like a 17 to be able to see what's going on, and then shield your eyes at the perfect moment.
Let me hit 16.
Right. You do. You can see there's a lull in the battle as you are blind, and many of the other guardians are blind. Sol, what are you doing to turn this
It's
tide?
a good thing Saul doesn't need to see to throw a hammer.
Right. We could try, like all of the fire titans. We could try the wall of fire grenades.
Okay.
See if we can't just light them all up from the bottom. If the Nova Warps are trying to go through the top.
Okay, sounds good. Right. So what are you gonna do? What are you gonna roll for that?
I would throw. Probably strength. Is that going to be athletics for a throw?
Yeah, it could be.
I don't think I'm trying to convince everybody else to do it, because they'll just be like, let's light these people up. All right. Yeah, I'll just do athletics for strength rolls. We'll do strength to try and make sure that we can reach all of them, because they're all going to be like 15, 20 meters away from us, aren't they?
Something like that.
Yeah. Okay. Fuck this up. Ooh, I got a 16. 16 plus 5.
16 plus 5, 21.
21.
As you can see, the grenades come. Chicken, you take this massive hit to this chest as these tanks start to wind themselves up, as you're kind of stumbling around in this area. You get spun to the floor. You can then feel this wash of heat as all these grenades start to come towards you. You get hit. You are still in your Nova Warp as you start to hit the areas of these tanks as you come forward. You do this like leapfrog, so the Titans run forward, push their bubbles, getting hit. The Nova Warp people run into the into the bubble, and then come out of the bubble to explode around these tanks. It takes about 15 to 20 hits of Nova Warp to start damaging these tanks. These things are basically Guardian proof. What can you do to make it easier to take these tanks down?
Do they have any latches that look like hatches on them?
They're autonomous.
Like,
I was gonna say, can we start like the amount of guardians that we have? Surely, like the amount of that also implies an amount of ghosts, and surely we can start launching like a hacking attack on the systems of the base, kind of simultaneous, like we're doing a digital attack and the physical attack. So I guess like while I'm like, you know, still kind of sheltering in the bubble, you know, waiting for like the next like charge of my Nova Warp. You know, like, Demon, you want to kill? Now's the time to kill. Knock out these drakes, man. Like, you take as many of the other ghosts as you need.
All right. So I just rolled 3d20, okay? And I had a natural 1 on one, and I had an 18 and a natural 20 on the other. You can see one. You can see one of these tanks starts to falter, starts to splutter. You can see smoke, and the power cells leading up the barrel starts to go.
Well, beyond just outright disabling them, I imagine Beeper's got a little, not Beeper, Demon's got a little bit of flair. I want him to try to gain control and start. But the ideal state is that Demon's in control of the tank and
Oh god, yeah, we've given a psychotic
on the
ghost
other
attack.
tanks.
All right, there we go. So Beeper's in charge of this natural one, and you can see that it's as if he's fighting against. You can see the gun fighting. So what I'm going to do is off you, I'd like a tech roll for Beeper, and I'm going to roll my
For
tech
Demon,
roll.
Yeah.
I'm going to roll a tech roll as well for Demon.
So he has his own stats, so
He
I
does.
need to find them. Okay,
Yeah.
he's got a +2 on technology.
can we, whilst they're trying to...
Oh no, I rolled a nat 1.
I rolled
Oh, no.
I rolled a natural 20.
Oh,
As you can see, you can see
My ghost dies.
yeah, as you see, the Beeper's in charge of this tank, and it starts. You can hear the grinding as something's fighting at the turret, and the turret starts moving towards one of the ones that didn't get taken over. But you can see the turret of the other one comes across and just fucking and just shoots the one that Beeper's in charge of, and just explodes it.
while that's happening, can I send another army of warlocks all in storm trance ionic tracing, so like the blinking
Yeah.
in between to get up? I want to see if they can like EMP or overload it with just the Palpatine hands.
Okay.
I can tell you don't play Warlock because that's not what an ionic trace is.
Oh, whatever.
No, that's
Oh
in
yeah,
there.
not that. Whatever it is. It's called
I
something.
know what you mean though. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So you've got like a number. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna roll for the tanks. All right.
Yep.
So if I only have to get over 10 to I have to get over a 15 for this not to work. Okay?
Okay.
You can see that they go up. You can see that this tickle fingers come out and they go But-
Fingers?
but as if the tanks have some sort of earthen property to them because I rolled 2 natural 16s.
Damn.
What I was thinking of when Demon and that were trying to take them over, I wanted to see if we could get some of the stasis titans to come through and see if we can't position their supers to go up and underneath the tanks and try and knock them over.
Yeah.
Do we have stasis?
Yeah, I was curious about that.
You don't, but you do. It's all fucking
Damn
cool.
it.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
You got stuff, but you haven't got
We've
it. 'cause
got stuff.
You haven't got stuff, but they got stuff. All right. So instead of stasis ones, you can see that they come in with hammers, and as they beat the ground, you can see that it pushes the ground up and try to topple the tank. So what I'm going to roll, another 15 on these tanks to see if I can get at least one. as you see all these titans, about 5 or 6 of these titans come up, smash the ground, it ruptures the ground, pushing big spikes of concrete up underneath the tracks, and starts to lift one of the tanks up until it's almost tipped. And then you can see the titans who had crashed to the ground go run up and with just sheer force push this tank over, and it topples.
Amazing.
But you've got one tank left. Chicken, you're at the foot of this tank. Sol, you're also there. Thorvin, you're also there. Close enough that in one round you could easily get there.
We
Once
should
more
do.
again
Do you
with healing,
remember?
boys.
Do you remember the Pokemon trainers like Super Smash in in Smash Bros. Brawl, where it's like all 3 of them
You can do
using their
a
abilities at the
joint,
same
yeah.
time?
Yeah.
But surely that's our hero moment is the 3 of us all at the same time wielding the
I was
light.
gonna say, like what we did with the spear.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That's a way
yeah.
better
Yeah.
reference.
All right. There we go. So, Thorvin, you walk forward. You pull this pink sword out. Behind you, you feel the heat of Sol as she ignites her hammer and pushes this heat into this blade, hot enough that it could possibly cut through anything. But you know that it's not that powerful. It's not powerful enough to cut through it. You need something that will possibly put a void in front of you, so it easily slice through, as if the power of the warlocks will slice through a void. And all 3 of you together spear this sword into the guts of this tank, as you can hear it clank to a stop. As you're there, ears ringing from the constant barrage of these tanks in front of you. As you walk forward, step by step by step, your feet heavy now, because this battle in front of you is one-sided. Even though you've made quick work of this stuff, you can see in front of you as you go to the precipice of this area. You're looking down at the deep stone crypt, that large hub of where it holds all exo consciousness of when they get rebooted. You're looking down at this large circular area where it's holding this whole entity, this whole exo entity, this whole Clovis Bray entity, and around it are just Clovis Brays. Of hundreds upon thousands of these Clovis Brays. But one stands out gleaming with a little more light than most. You're muted.
I just shout out, divide by 0, and then they all die.
We can still talk about this, Chicken. As his voice, he's about maybe 600 meters away, and his voice comes in clear. We can talk about this, Chicken.
The fact that you still want to talk only reinforces to me that you are scared of our power.
Wouldn't you be? I'm a very, very... What's the word? It eludes me. I know when my capabilities or the possibilities are stacked in other people's favors. But we could help. And you know
You've never cared about helping before.
And you know why now that this voice sounds so close? Because it's echoed by hundreds and thousands of exos all at the same time, all exactly the same mannerisms, all turn heads at exactly the same time.
I'm imagining he's like setting up to do the Ultron moment where he like rips through the one of them and is
Yeah.
still talking.
I can help you gain back what you lost. I can help you take Shax. I see you have an army of 1,000 guardians, but you could have an army of 100,000 exos.
I would rather take Shax alone than to ever align myself with a monster like you. The light has
chicken.
not chosen you. You have stolen it and perverted it into something evil.
Prison
And
the
you'll
world.
be a bigger blight on the galaxy than any of the evil that stands before us if we let you leave this room.
The world is built on strong men. And if you do not see that, then you are weak.
Clovis, you are weak. Strong men know when compassion and empathy is important. You wish to erase everything with and replace it with yourself. Well, what kind of a world is that?
I just wish longevity. My human body was failing. My exos never really lived up to what I needed, what I wanted. But this body is, I can feel the possibilities of this body, the capabilities. I can feel as if I am a god that I was meant to be. As you start to see it.
The only god here is me.
As you can see that the single one is starting to raise out, like starting to raise off the ground as if he is now flying.
I can't do that shit.
I can. I
Bro, you
levitate.
became
too.
a warlock. That's
Full
crazy.
party
I did that
trick.
too.
We can figure this out. I'll have half the galaxy. You have the other half. You can be the god of the hive, and I'll be god of the men.
So that's the difference between you and I, Clovis. And I while I'm talking, I take the thorn off my hip. And it's like I don't want to rule. I don't want to have dominion over anyone.
Bullshit.
other than Thoven. Ever since I've been risen, and now that I have my memories of the atrocities I committed in your name, all I know is that you can't be allowed to continue. And I whip him with thorn and shoot one of the massive dagger bullets right in the head of the central exo.
Okay.
Not expecting to kill him, but as a nice full stop on the sentence.
So that is your full stop. That shot that rings out is a chain reaction. You see everything erupt at a roundabout, like seconds after that single bullet gets fired. You can see nova bombs, you can see hammers, you can see grenades, you can see gunfire, you can see laser fire, everything. That moment where and it's just blackness as all this gunfire is firing at the same time, at the same target. And about 10, 20 seconds, 30 seconds of this constant barrage. As the supers start to petter out and start to die, as they're trying to reload their weapons, you can hear the shout of ceasefire, ceasefire, as the whole battlefield is awash with this cloud of something you've never seen before, because you've never had this many guardians in the one place, as if the whole super going off at the same time has altered just this fabric of space in front of you. As dusk clears and Clovis Bray stands there laughing. As we will leave it there for tonight. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you for listening to the Season of Redacted podcast. It's great to be back. I fucking love this fucking game. Anything to plug, people?
Oblivion. I make a video on Oblivion. It take months to make, probably take 2 months to edit. Come watch when I'm done.
Okay, that's good. Sol? Chicken?
Nah, go watch Pancake's video.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely go watch
I've
Pancake's
seen
video.
his last video about the best hardcore games 1,000 times on TikTok. So
Nice. I've seen it as well.
Attaboy.
I've seen it as well. Go and watch
Tales of the
Australis.
Tavern.
Go and watch Australis season 2. I have released the first 3 episodes of Australis, and there's some fucking really cool things happening in it. The boys and girls obviously are absolutely fantastic in it, and they're doing really, really well. Toxic Tavern is doing great. Go and listen, please, because there's one where one of the DMs plays with take a liking to one of the girls at his table. And then
Be very careful how you word this.
his wife finds a very similar looking lady trapped in his closet in a cage. Yes.
It's horrible.
It's fucked. It's absolutely fucked. But go and listen to it. There's plenty out there, and I'm gonna add another a couple of weeks now when I get some time to record them, more likely tomorrow. But thank you, everybody. Thank you for coming. I appreciate every one of you. I love you all. Good night.
Bye.
There's so many
Love.
things for me to write down about this session and what happened.
I ended it there because this could be a very long battle, and I didn't want to start it and stop. That's why.
Yeah.
That's why I ended it there.
no, because we'll definitely lose the thread on any mechanics that you try to set up between
Yeah.
sessions.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you're still live.